condemn me.
Standing in my light, that is all.
Betrayer of my class.
An almost continuous eclipse interrupted by the phenomenon of moonlight.
I don't care, I'm gone.
I dream.
It's the Blue Angel all over again.
The temperature climbs to the top of his head.
Ah, the sweet madness of love.
Spasms of the stairs.
Mortal farewell.
Dreaming of the stairs I'll never reach.
For I live only but once.
Sometimes I dream I've killed him.
What? Yes, when a beautiful performance. A connective piece. I do say so.
Oh, yes, a very promising debut. I shall put in a good way.
It would be as hypocritical of me to withhold praise as of personal feelings as to withhold censure.
You're right, courageous.
Oh, I know what they'll say. There goes Berkeley, honoring up his lady. Not there, but I rise above that. The fact is, I generally consider her performance to be one of the songs.
Trim butter. That's the word for her.
The radiance, the inner sadness.
She actually come across with it?
The part is written as a mere cipher, but she manages to make Cynthia a real
Cynthia?
And should she, as a result, meet me over a drink by way of thank you.
Well, you fickle old...
Oh, you suggesting? Shaping up quite nicely, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes, yes. Nice trichotomy of forces. One must reserve judgment, of course, until the final confrontation, but I think it's pretty clear where we're headed.
I agree. It's madness a mile off.
What's madness a mile off?
If we knew, we wouldn't be here.
Let me at once say that it has while at the same time evolving a classic. And having said that, I think it must be said that here we are bound to ask ourselves, does this play really know where it's going?
Well, it seems open and shut to me, Blue. Magnus is not the man he's pretending to be. He's got his next victim. Mark that.
Doesn't, I repeat, declare its affiliations. There are moments, and I'm not begrudging this in the play, if we can call it that. And I think on balance we can, aligns itself uncompromisingly on the side of love. She's sweet, it seems to be saying. Air de soup. But is that enough? I think we are entitled to ask, but what exactly is this play dealing with? It is my view that here we are dealing with what I have referred to elsewhere as the nature of identity. And I think we are entitled to ask. And here, one is irresistibly reminded of Voltaire's cry, voila! Yes, I think we are entitled to ask, where is God?
Oh,
God!
God.
I think we are entitled to ask.
Hello? The same half an hour later? No, I'm afraid there's no one of that name here. Black or white, my lady? White, please. Black or white, miss? White, please. Black or white, major?
White, please.
Sugar, my lady? Yes, please. Sugar, miss? Yes, please. Sugar, major?
Yes, please.
Biscuit, my lady? No, thank you.
The second act, however, fails to fulfill the promise.
I'll see the money going on here.
We interrupt our program for a special police message. The search for the dangerous madman who is on the loose in Essex has now narrowed to the immediate vicinity of Malton Manor. Police are hampered by the deadly smocks and fog, but believe that the madman spent last night in a deserted cottage on the cliffs. The public is advised to stick together and make sure none of their number is missing. That is the end of the police message.
Where's Simon? Who? Simon, have you seen him? No. Have you, Magnus?
No.
Something foreboding in the air. It's as if one was. No, Felicity, the house is locked up tight. No one can get in, and the police are practically on our doorstep. I don't know, it's just a feeling. It's only the fog.
Hound will never get through on a day like this.
Fog. He means the inspector. Is he really a dog? Not that I know of.
Never get through the swamps. I'm afraid the madman can show his hand in safety now.
Oh my God! It sounds like the cry of a gigantic hound.
Poor devil!
There it is again! It's coming this way! It's right outside the house! Inspector!
not. You're in safe hands now. I hope you haven't touched anything.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'm Inspector Hound.
Yes.
Well, what's it all about?
I really have no idea.
How did it begin?
What?
The thing.
What thing?
The trouble!
There hasn't been any trouble.
Didn't you phone the police?
No, I didn't.
What for?
I see. Well, this puts me in quite a difficult predicament. I'll be getting along then.
I'm so sorry.
Not at all.
Thank you so much for coming.
Not at all. There might have been a serious matter.
Drink.
More serious than that, even.
Drink before you go.
No, thank you.
I do hope you find him.
Find who, madam? Out of it!
I thought you were looking for the lunatic.
And what do you know about that?
It was on the radio.
Was it indeed? Well, that's what I'm here about, really. I didn't want to mention it because I didn't know how much you knew. No need in causing unnecessary panic, even with a murderer in our midst.
Murderer, did you say?
Who was that not on the radio?
Who was he murdered, Inspector?
Perhaps no one. Not yet. Let us hope we are on time.
You believe the murder's in our midst, Inspector?
I do. Now, if any one of you has recently encountered a youngish, good-looking fellow in a smart suit, white shirt, hatless, well-spoken, someone possibly claiming to have just moved into the neighborhood, someone who on the surface seems just as sane as you or I, then now is the time to speak. Don't interrupt.
Inspector!
Very well.
No, Felicity!
Please, Lady Cynthia, we are all in good hands. I must ask you to put yourself completely in my hands.
Don't, Inspector! I love Albert!
I don't think you quite grasp my meaning.
Is one of us in danger, Inspector?
Don't you find it odd that upon his escape, the madman made a beeline for Muldoon Manor? It is my guess that he holds a deep-seated grudge against one of you in this very house. Lady Muldoon, where is your husband?
My husband? You don't mean?
I don't know, but I have reason to believe that one of you is the real McCoy.
The real what?
William Herbert McCoy, who, as a young man, upon meeting the madman in the streets and being solicited for 6 pence for a cup of tea, replied, "Why don't you go to a decent day's work and shift your bag of horse manure in Canada all those many years ago, and then going on to make his fortune?" Now, the madman was a mere boy at this point, but he never forgot that moment, and thenceforth he carried in his heart the promise of revenge. Is there something you forgot to tell me? Just as I feared. Now do you see the type of man that you're protecting?
I can't believe it!
I have to tell him, Cynthia, Inspector. A stranger of that description has indeed entered our midst. Simon Gascoigne. Oh, he had charm, I'll give you that. And he took me in completely. I'm afraid I made a fool of myself over him, and so did Cynthia.
Where is he now?
He must be around the house. He couldn't have gotten away in these conditions.
You're right. Fear not, Lady Cynthia. We shall apprehend the man who murdered your husband.
My husband? I don't understand.
Everything points to Gascoigne.
Who's that?
Your husband.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I tell you it's not.
I'm in charge of this case.
My husband.
Are you sure?
For goodness sakes!
Who is it?
Anyway, I've never seen him before.
Quite unlike anyone.
This case is becoming utter shambles.
But what are we going to do?
I know. I'll phone the police.
But you are the police!
Thank God I'm here.
You mean?
Yes, we are all alone and in grave danger.
You mean?
Yes, I believe the murderer will strike again.
You mean?
Yes! One of us ordinary mortals cut off by the elements and tossed together by fate is the murderer. He must be found. Search the house.
Anybody about?
Bonnie, this is where Simon gets the job.
Oh my God, what happened, Inspector?
He's dead. Simon Gascoigne, I presume. Rough justice, even for a killer. Unless we had assumed that the body could not have been lying here before Simon Gascoigne entered the house. But then, there's your answer. But now, who killed Simon Gascoigne? And why?
inscrutable.
Fickle young puppies deceiving her left, right, and
Still
center.
said still has coverage behind me.
She needs someone steadier, more mature.
And if I could so be,
I know this very nice hotel, discreet, run by a man from work.
uneasily lies the head that wears the crown.
What is brought to breakfast is brought to one's room, no questions
What
asked.
does coverage dream of me?
Hello. What's happened?
What? Oh, yes. What do you make of it so well?
Yes, Rilla. It is at this point that the play for me comes along. The groundwork is well and truly laid, and the author has taken the trouble to learn from the masters of the genre. He's created a real situation, and few would doubt his ability to resolve it with a startling denouement. And that is what it so far lacks. It has a beginning, a middle, and I have no doubt it will prove to have an end. For that we shall give thanks, and double thanks, for a good, clean show without a trace of smut. But all of that may be for nothing if it were not for a performance which I consider to be one of the summits of the range of contemporary theatre, and perhaps what is the finest India since the war.
If we examine this play more closely, and I think close examination is the least tribute this play deserves, I think that we will find within the